Halo 3 Believe. In 2007, Microsoft dropped a bombshell. The Believe trailer for Halo 3 wasn't gameplay. It wasn't even CGI. It was a meticulously crafted diorama, frozen soldiers mid-battle, locked in a last stand, as somber music swelled in the background. There were no voiceovers, no Master Chief, just silence, strings, and the eerie stillness of a war already lost. Then came the gut punch. A zoom into the chaos revealed a single Spartan grenade, primed and glowing in the Chief's hand. The message was clear. He hadn't gone down. Not yet. Halo 3's marketing didn't just sell a game, it sold a myth. Believe felt like a eulogy and call to arms rolled into one, instantly becoming one of the most iconic trailers in gaming history. It wasn't just advertising, it was emotional storytelling that invited players to imagine what Master Chief meant to humanity, and it worked. Halo 3 became a cultural event, and Believe became a benchmark for every game trailer that followed. Dead Island. No one expected Dead Island, a zombie game from a relatively unknown studio, to break the internet in 2011. But its trailer? Instant legend. It opens in reverse. A child's lifeless body flies upward, time rewinding as chaos unfolds around her. Glass shatters, screams echo, and a family's tropical vacation unravels into horror. Played to a haunting piano score, the trailer told a full story. Emotional, tragic, and terrifying, all in under 3 minutes. There were no guns blazing, no voice lines, just visual poetry in slow motion. And despite being pre-rendered and having almost nothing to do with the actual gameplay, the trailer sparked massive hype. It showed that a video game trailer could be cinematic, even artful. Overnight, Dead Island went from unknown to must-watch. Critics debated its emotional manipulation, fans couldn't stop rewatching, and studios took notes. Even today, over a decade later, people remember Dead Island not for its gameplay, but for that trailer. It didn't sell features, it sold feeling. Skyrim. It begins with a whisper, Skyrim. Then the chanting starts. That deep, thunderous Dovahkiin chorus that sounded like ancient prophecy itself. The Skyrim trailer didn't rely on subtlety. It went straight for the throat. A dragon rises over snowy mountains. Villagers run in fear. A lone warrior steps forward, cloak flapping, iron helmet glinting in the cold. And then, the roar. Fire and frost, sword and shout. It was raw power and motion. Bethesda knew what they had. A game about slaying dragons and shaping destiny. And the trailer made that feel like folklore coming to life. With dramatic pacing and a soundtrack that instantly became iconic, the trailer didn't just reveal a game, it announced an era. Fans dissected every frame. Fuzz Roda became a meme before the game even dropped. And when that date, 11/11/11, flashed on screen, chills. Skyrim's trailer didn't promise a story, it promised legend. And when the game finally arrived, it delivered on that myth. BioShock Infinite. The BioShock Infinite trailer didn't show a city, it showed a miracle. Columbia, a floating utopia in the clouds, looked beautiful at first glance, but something was clearly wrong. The trailer opens with a slow, mysterious build. Booker DeWitt reaching for Elizabeth's hand as the world around them shatters. Then it all erupts. Airships attacking, skylines used like roller coasters, and powers flaring from Booker's fingertips. The pace never lets up, but what truly grabbed viewers wasn't the action, it was the tone. Romantic, eerie, and apocalyptic all at once. Elizabeth wasn't just a side character, she was central to everything, radiating emotion with every glance and gesture. In the imagery, a mechanical songbird howling through stained glass, a city ruled by zealots. It was a warning dressed as a spectacle. This trailer proved that BioShock Infinite wasn't just another shooter, it was art in motion. People watched it over and over, trying to figure out what it all meant, and that mystery became its greatest weapon. The Last of Us. Silence, then a heartbeat, then chaos. The reveal trailer for The Last of Us blew people away. At first, it was unclear what players were even seeing. A ruined world, overgrown cities, ash in the air. Then came Joel, bloodied and breathing hard. Ellie, knife in hand, eyes filled with fear and fire. And just as things quiet down, terrifying creature lunges, its face deformed by fungus, shrieking like something out of a nightmare. Cue the logo. It was short but unforgettable. Unlike other trailers that relied on action, this one leaned into atmosphere. It teased emotional weight, survival horror, and the fragile bond between two broken people. Fans instantly knew this was something different. It didn't feel like marketing. It felt like a warning that the world was brutal, that love could be lethal, and that The Last of Us wasn't here to entertain, it was here to hurt in the best possible way. Gears of War. One song is all it took for Gears of War to redefine what a shooter could feel like. Set to Gary Jules' haunting cover of Mad World, the trailer shows Marcus Phoenix sprinting through a crumbling, war-torn city, alone, hunted, desperate. No gunfire or dialogue. The camera pulls back to reveal a towering monster as Marcus dives forward, firing into the darkness. Cut to black. It was minimalist, poetic, devastating. And it worked. This wasn't your average muscle-bound action game. It had soul. Xbox's marketing team took a gamble by ditching bombast for emotion, and it paid off. The trailer went viral before going viral was normal. It became a pop culture moment, spawning parodies, tributes, and endless replays. For many, this trailer was the reason they bought an Xbox 360, and it proved that even a brutal, chainsaw-wielding war game could tell a story in under 90 seconds, with nothing but music, mood, and one man left standing. Destiny. From the very first frame, Destiny's debut trailer felt like a promise, one backed by the full weight of Bungie's legacy. Set against a sweeping orchestral score, it introduced a world that looked ancient and futuristic all at once. Towering alien ships, cracked moons, ruined cities reclaimed by nature. Then came the Guardians, silent figures cloaked in mystery, armed with dazzling powers and weapons forged from sci-fi dreams. There was no deep lore dump, just flashes of action, strange worlds, and whispered lines like, "We called it the Traveler." And that was enough. The scale felt massive. Bungie positioned Destiny not just as a game, but as the start of a universe. Players were hooked, fan theories exploded. The visual design alone, with its blend of fantasy and tech, was unlike anything else at the time. Even if the final game launched with its share of criticism, the trailer still stands as a masterclass in world building. Doom 2016. When Doom returned in 2016, it didn't whisper, it roared. The E3 reveal trailer didn't waste time with setup. It opened with a shotgun cocking and a demon's skull being crushed under a boot. That first-person sprint through hell was pure adrenaline. Chainsaw kills, glory kills, double-barreled chaos. Every second screams speed. And the music? A metal-driven war march that pulsed like a heartbeat. This wasn't survival horror, it was domination. Bethesda knew fans didn't want lore or drama. They wanted violence, velocity, and vintage Doom energy cranked to 11. The trailer brought it all back. The brutal gunplay, the heavy metal pacing, the feeling of being a one-man army. It captured the essence of the original while announcing a rebirth. Louder, bloodier, and faster. The crowd at E3 lost their minds. Online, people rewatched the trailer just to feel that rush again. Doom wasn't trying to fit in with modern shooters. It was a chainsaw through the genre's face, and the trailer made that very, very clear. Death Stranding. Nobody knew what they were looking at, and that's exactly why it worked. The Death Stranding reveal trailer dropped like a fever dream. A naked Norman Reedus wakes up on a beach, clutching a crying baby that suddenly vanishes. Dead sea life litters the shore. Strange figures float silently in the sky. There's no explanation, no gameplay, just haunting imagery, metaphors, and a deep sense of unease. It was Hideo Kojima unchained, and fans ate it up. For weeks, people dissected every frame like it was a sacred text. Was it about death, rebirth, isolation? All of the above? Even without answers, the trailer sparked endless speculation and hype. Kojima had left Konami under a cloud of controversy, but this trailer announced his return, and it was pure cinematic chaos. It didn't just tease a game, it teased a world that obeyed no rules but its own. And in an age of formulaic reveals, Death Stranding stood alone. Beautiful, bizarre, and unforgettable. Elden Ring. In a single moment, Elden Ring erupted into legend. The first trailer didn't lean on gameplay or familiar characters. It crafted mythology. A shattered world, a burning tree, cryptic narrations about the Golden Order and the Greater Will. Limbs forged, kingdoms fallen, gods dethroned. And somewhere in that chaos, George R.R. Martin's influence lingering like smoke. The visuals were haunting and surreal, blending From Software's dark fantasy aesthetic with something even more epic. What truly hooked viewers wasn't clarity, it was mystery. Who was the one-armed warrior? What was the Elden Ring? Every second hinted at a lore-heavy universe brimming with secrets, and fans couldn't get enough. The music swelled like a funeral dirge. The tone was bleak yet majestic, and the silence between lines spoke louder than any words. This wasn't just another Souls game, it was a world begging to be deciphered. The trailer didn't give players answers, it gave them obsession, and that's what made it unforgettable. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more.